Similar to alphas, sigmas are natural leaders who are decisive, alluring, and interesting in their respective social circles. Similar to alphas, a sigma male can blend in with most social groups and be well liked by everyone. Self-assurance, self-respect, mental fortitude, and focus are other characteristics shared by alphas and sigmas. The two hierarchical etiquettes also have one thing in common: the capacity to draw others. Therefore, if alphas and sigmas are so similar, what distinguishes them from one another, and what are the fundamental characteristics that distinguish these two types? Although both alphas and sigmas are naturally born leaders, alphas actively seek out leadership positions, whereas sigmas are less interested in taking the reins or trying to control others. Whatever your feelings toward a sigma may be, it has no bearing on him. There aren't many things in the world that can cause a sigma to lose their sense of balance if they value themselves and their own company. The fact that alphas can fit in anywhere and are frequently admired and liked by people in a wide range of social groups flatters their character and inspires them to stay at the top of their game. Sigmas, on the other hand, are able to blend in with any social setting or group, but they frequently choose to do so because they don't feel comfortable around everyone. They probably maintain small, at most a few-person social circles. They can be difficult to win over, and they don't like to share information widely. Self-respect and self-awareness go hand in hand with a sigma's self-assurance, so sigmas are frequently conscious of both their traits and flaws. They don't try to win over everyone's favor, whereas alphas do the exact opposite. Alpha males can use social skills to blend in and become recognized as in charge or as the group's alpha. Often dominant, alphas won't accept that their spotlight might be shared by another person. Sigmas don't feel the same pressure that alphas do to always be the best version of themselves and to be dominant. Instead, alphas feel a great deal of pressure to live up to these expectations from others. They are confined to their circumstances and only expected to meet their own standards of success. One of the key distinctions between alphas and sigmas is their lack of concern for other people's opinions, and guess which of the two doesn't care at all? Frequently, alphas will compare themselves to betas, either directly or indirectly, in situations where there are women and/or flirting, in order to highlight their best qualities. In contrast, the lonely wolf trope seems to be working just fine for a sigma, who doesn't need to assert his dominance in order to stand out from the crowd and pique interest. Furthermore, while alphas depend on social approval and gratification from others to feel like an alpha and be the alpha, sigmas are independent and would prefer to live a nomadic, off-the-grid lifestyle. In certain circumstances, where they can assert their dominance and where they can be heard and seen, alphas can truly be alphas. In that regard, alphas can be thought of as somewhat extreme extroverts who enjoy receiving attention. Sigmas would prefer to avoid this situation and list silence as one of their best qualities. Sigma doesn't perform actions in exchange for pleasure or acclaim, but he does value silence in the same way that alphas value vibrant social settings. Since alphas require approval and gratification in addition to dominance, they frequently struggle to function in groups where they are not the leaders. More ambitious alphas might perceive everyone as a threat, rival, or a beta, whether on the job or in their personal lives. Contrary to popular belief, sigmas thrive both in groups and alone because they value productive solitude. A sigma grades people based on their sets of values and how well they get along rather than how much better or worse someone is compared to themselves, even though they do not view others as competitors. Social acceptance, gratification, and appreciation are the fuel that drives alphas, and they have a strong need to belong in a setting that brings out the leader in them. Sigmas are quite self-sufficient in that sense as well, so they don't need that kind of validation, which explains why the need to belong is either non-existent or barely present. Some people may find it repulsive that alphas feel the need to constantly assert their dominance and demonstrate that they are the leaders of the pack. Additionally, that need eliminates almost all indications of humility in an alpha male. Being competitive, boastful, and overbearing ambition may frequently be side effects of supporting alphas. In a similar vein, sigmas are more humble because they tend to keep their accomplishments to themselves. They don't need to brag about being the best or the best at something to feel good about themselves. The primary difference between alphas and sigmas, if we had to summarize it, would be social pressure, or, in the case of a sigma male, the absence of it. Sigmas do not experience the pressure of social acceptance and validation, whereas alpha may constantly worry about losing his position as the dominant person and feel pressure to maintain that position. Sigmas may be viewed as mysterious and even introverted as a result, but they rarely give a damn about what other people think, which alleviates the pressure of fitting in. Sigmas are now left to live the lives they want to live and to be who they are. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.